And the celebration will start for Bountiful. So that will do it. Back-to-back years, the Queens of 5A basketball reside at Bountiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the number they start.
Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Lister and Dane Stewart, as always, presented by Heidemann & Associates.
Yeah, that's right. Just a reminder, if you have any legal needs, the experts at Heidemann & Associates can take care of you. For a free consultation, just tell them Rewind sent you. Give them a call, 801-472-7742.
And our postseason coverage is brought to you by NutriCost. Use the code UTAHMADE. Get 30% off of your orders. I always mention I use NutriCost. Everything you see here, we either work with them or we use it. You can tell, we eat a lot of handles and crumble cookie in my house. But at NutriCost, use the code UTAHMADE. Get 30% off over 300 products available on NutriCost.com. I use their BCAAs, their amino acids, the TMG, triglycine, the creatine. I'm on a lot of stuff over there, so go help them as well. All right, let's jump into this one. All Bountiful, Dane.
Yeah.
Back-to-back state champions for Coach Joe Burton and Bountiful.
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive effort. You know, I was curious to see if Wasatch would be able to break down this Bountiful defense. We learned very early on that was going to be a tough task. Bountiful, maybe their most impressive defensive performance I've seen from them in, well, this year or last year. It was quite a statement made in the 5A state championship.
You know, this team's so different. Last year we did this video, we talked about Malika Satawala making the difference in that first state championship. A year later, she was an absolute star. Malika, back-to-back state champs. How good does it feel?
It feels so awesome. I knew we could do it this year, and I knew all of us working together, and it feels so great.
You know, Box Elder pushed you guys in the semifinals. They were up at the half, and then from there, you guys have just been absolutely dominant. There was anything that switched at halftime in that game, maybe that helped you guys with your tendency, maybe in tonight?
Yeah, I think it was our mentality overall. During halftime, every time we walked in, we got each other hyped up, we stayed locked in, we didn't let off the gas. We learned that from previous games that we had to come out strong in the third quarter and stay locked in.
This game, you shut them out in the first quarter. What does that say about this team?
I think it shows how hard we work during practice. We never take a break. We come in on Fridays and we all push each other. Even the sophomore group and freshmen are all pushing the varsity players to get better. The coaches do scouting reports and everyone's just working together to get here.
That third quarter, Taylor got going offensively and kind of flipped things for you guys. It was already kind of, it was in, but for Taylor to get going like that, what does it say about her as a player?
I think it shows how much leadership she has on the court and how much she helps our team and guides us through the games and stuff. It's so awesome playing with her.
Now, I hate to do this to your brother, but now at the breakfast table, you get to walk in and drop 2 rings.
One on each
Is that fun for you?
Yeah, it's awesome. He'll get one in college though.
That makes me happy. I mean, he can bring in his Army All-American stuff, but
Yeah.
But then again, play for Coach Burton. How fun is that?
It's so awesome. He showed up every day for us. He's so supportive, and I just love having him as a coach.
Hey, congratulations, back-to-back state champs. Thank you so much.
She was fantastic, Dusty, and I love the way in which she and all Bountiful really penetrated this Wasatch defense. You know, they took advantage of some rotations that weren't there. You saw Malika constantly work that baseline, work the paint. I thought she was fantastic.
She played great. She was the leading scorer at the half at 12 points.
Yeah.
But guess who ended up being the leading scorer? Taylor Harvey. She was spectacular, not just today, all week long. And it's not just scoring with Taylor, it's her defense as well. Taylor, I mean, I got to ask you a bad question before I ask you a good question.
Okay.
You guys lose in the state championship volleyball, and that's a big deal to you. How different is it for you? You win a state championship in basketball, you lose that one, have that bad taste. Did it push you at all in a state championship
for
here?
Sure. And it wasn't just the volleyball. Our soccer team got second, our football team got second, and our boys lost the first round, so we had something to avenge for not just like girls sports, but all of Bountiful. And we knew that coming in. We were like, we're gonna take first and represent Bountiful strong.
A shutout in the first quarter. I mean, what does that say about this team that you were able to hold them to nothing? You give them, they were 1 of 22. I mean, what does that say about this team?
We are super defensive oriented. Like that's all we practice, and that's where we hang our hats on defense. Like defense wins championships, and we stand by that.
That third quarter, you finally got going offensively. Was that a mindset for you, or just the opportunities that were there? I mean, to walk us through that third quarter.
It was a little bit of both. Like in halftime, we talked about it, like what offense we're going to get going, and if we keep moving, the open shots are going to be there. So just not staying stagnant and just moving around, and it was open.
Last year, you got to share this championship with your sister and your dad. This year, it's with your dad, too. It's your solo title with him. So how, does that mean a little bit something for you?
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm glad to help like our freshmen and our sophomores get through this and give us motivation for next year. Because, yeah.
What's it like to play for Coach Burton? Your dad's a big part of the staff, but Coach Burton been there for a long time. What's it like to play for him?
I mean, it's awesome. They're both, like, he's super organized with what we're doing at practice and how we're preparing for the teams we play. Even if it's like a preseason game, a region, or a state championship, it's all the same. So consistency, and he prepares us very well.
Back-to-back state championships of basketball. Hey, congratulations there. We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
All right. Taylor Harvey.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how good she was with the blocks, but her steals as well. That was something I think she had 4 or 5 steals in this championship game. And her second half, you asked her the question about, that second half, her scoring. She came alive. She was fantastic. Really across the entire floor today for Bountiful. She did everything that they needed to her true and that she needed to. She showed the entirety of her game, what she brings to Bountiful.
I love what she talked about too. It wasn't just about avenging the the volleyball loss. They took second in football. They took second in soccer. It was more than just the girls' sports. It was the school, and I love that. I love that answer from her that she brought. I didn't try to grab that. I was talking about her in volleyball.
Yeah,
she made it about the school and about the community.
That's awesome.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then there's someone has put all that together. Taylor Harvey talked about. He's the most detailed guy and kind of this organized guy that is Coach Joel Burton of Bountiful. Your second back-to-back. Is it just as good the second time around? More than that. Am I missing?
It's gonna say it's my first back-to-back, but it's our third, my third state title. So I mean, they never get old. I mean, it's amazing how hard each of them are, and to have us be to be able to just keep these kids developing and keep progressing towards this. I mean, when the year started, I knew we'd have a chance to put a pretty solid team together, but to have them actually get to where they're playing as well as they are and be able to come out and that 17-0 quarter, holy crap, man! I couldn't have dreamed that. I mean, that's crazy. So that was awesome to see them perform the way they did here. So,
but you pitched a shutout in the first quarter of a state championship. What does that say about the culture you built about this team and their willingness to not just want to just score, but to play defense first?
That's how we start practice. That's how we do everything. We play defense, and they know if they want to play, they better play defense. Otherwise, they'll find the seats over here. I want to say pine, but it's not pine anywhere anymore. But I mean, if they want to play, they're going to play defense, and so that's how we build everything. I'm not sure it showed against Box Elder the other day, but that's how we try to base everything. So,
I mean, Taylor comes out in the third quarter. I mean, I think Malika was a leading scorer, 12-6 winning that half. She scores 13 in that third quarter. It just showed how special it is because it's not just the offense, it's the block shots. I think Dane had her at 6 or 7 block shots in this game. How special is Taylor?
I mean, it's honestly, I don't even know how to really quantify that because it's been a blessing to just be able to have her in this program because she can just do so much. I mean, we were looking the other day after we got done with I think it was Box Elder, but you start looking down points and you get past the points and you see the rebounds, the steals, the blocks, the assists, and it's like, okay, we got Andre Karolinko here playing for us, and that's just kind of what she does every game, and it's nice for her to have that counterpart there with Milika that does the same thing, and so it's unreal to have 2 of the best players in the state here at Bountiful, so it's awesome.
You got 2. Put you on a trajectory to 3 with so many of these girls coming back. What is it that you can do, maybe going into next year? I'm spending forward to next year, but to where it's just, hey, here's the standard, and we got to keep going.
Yeah. Well, I know we got a lot of things that we can improve on. Because I mean, we got 2 or 3 girls that I know just a little bit of work in the gym, and their shots are gonna change from where they were to being pretty lights out, knockdown shooters. This year they've been pretty good. I expect them to be great next year as we get out here. So put those shooters around Taylor and Malika. Watch out. So I mean, it's just crazy to think that. So, but yeah. So, but
well, Coach, back-to-back state champs, our reigning 5A Coach of the Year. Appreciate you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys too. Love having you guys come and support high school sports. Period. So that's awesome what you guys do. So thank you.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Coach Joel Burton.
Thank you.
Coach Burton, as I talk about at the end, our reigning 5A Coach of the Year, and you can see why. And you can have all the talent in the world, but it's coaches that keep talent together and keep them getting better.
It is, and I love what you brought up about Taylor and her answer around ending the second place curse, because as Coach Burton was walking away from your interview, who came down the stairs but Coach Fred, the Bountiful coach. He said, Coach, you did it. He said, hey, we ended the second place curse. The same thing Taylor told you was on the mind of Coach Burton, was on the mind of Coach Freck. You could tell for Bountiful this meant something. Yeah, it's another girls' state championship. It's back-to-back for them. Congratulations. But it's getting the program, the school, back on the winning side of getting over that hump and being able to win a state championship. But you're right. You watch Coach Burton and you watch Coach Harvey and his bench and how they all circle the wagons with this group when they've were struggling against Box Elder in that semifinal. Right. I mean, look, they know how to get this group flying around. They looked entirely different that second half against Box Elder than they did the first, and they came out in this state championship game, and they absolutely dominated. And you're right, it's Coach Burton getting that crew ready to go, dialed in, and going out and executing. And it's a big reason why they're back-to-back state champs.
Absolutely. And the coach, Audrey Hull and to Wasatch, an outstanding year.
Yeah.
Championship game didn't go the way they wanted to, but they ran into a buzzsaw today.
Yeah.
They ran into a team that was ready to go. And we talked about before, both these teams be back, but all of your key players come back from Bountiful. Three-peat is right around the corner.
It is right around the corner, and for Wasatch, a fantastic year. This doesn't belittle that. There are very few teams in this state that would have been able to beat Bountiful in that ball game today, right. And that includes 6A. So, look, Bountiful played about as good as you could play. Absolutely.
Well, again, congratulations to Bountiful. Back-to-back, the queens of 5A basketball stay on the hill in Bountiful. To Coach Joel Burton, Malika Saktawala, and to Taylor Harvey, thank you so much for taking time to join us. For Vince Francis, Austin Bigelow, and Ellery Davidson, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind, produced by Vince Francis.